Hello, me again, obviously. So it's the day after the wedding. Just enjoying the view of the pool here. I didn't make it in yesterday, but see, it starts over there, and there's like slides and stuff, and it goes all the way down to there. Didn't make it yesterday because I got hanging out with some of the wedding party, and then played some epic ping pong. Wasn't very good at it. I used to play a lot of ping pong when I was a kid, but it's been a long time. So if you turn on an electronic device that's not plugged in, sometimes you see the power light or whatever come on for a second and then fade away. That was like my ping ponging. I started out really strong, and then all of a sudden it was like I remembered suddenly that I hadn't played ping pong in years, and it caught up with me. But I trash talked them, so I guess that's what I get. Then I had lunch at the buffet and everything, and hung out with some more of Johnny's relatives and stuff. And then it was time to get ready. I went back up to the lobby. I messaged a few people that had messaged me, because the lobby is the only place with Wi-Fi, as I think I mentioned. So every time I'd walk through the lobby, my phone would sound like a casino with all the different apps and stuff that were like, "Oh, you're here!" And so get a bunch of Facebook messages and things, and couldn't reply to them because by the time I'd actually see what it was all about, I could read them, but I couldn't respond because I didn't have an internet. So caught up with that, and then I went in, showered, and the shower is like, I think, hooked up to a pressure washer on the setting that they use to strip paint off of cars, because it practically blew me into the back wall. It was so powerful. But so I hazmat washed myself, then I shaved and everything, put my suit on, and then went down and was one of the first ones at the ceremony. But the others arrived shortly after, so it wasn't like I was waiting too long. And then the ceremony happened, and then we immediately went to the after party, which I think started out a little bit awkward for me, but then after a few drinks and everything, I started to loosen up a bit, and once the dancing and everything started, then I kind of came into my element. I'm not the best dancer, but they were all so wasted that they didn't care. And then, so I ended up hanging out, I would say possibly more, once the meal was done and everything. I gradually weaned off of the Canadian guests that I kind of knew, and more interacted with the Mexican ones, and then the ones that I've already met on this trip were introducing me to their other relatives, and it was a little bit of translating sometimes, but it was mostly just, a lot of them speak English. The boomers and older don't necessarily speak English, but I don't know, I would say some of the Gen Xers and maybe the millennials and young, well, I don't know if there were any Zoomers. I don't remember when the cutoff date for that is, but everybody that was my age or a bit younger or whatever all spoke fluent English. So yeah, I had a blast, and they taught me how to do some of the dances and stuff, and they kept challenging me to drinking, like, "Oh, I thought you can eat and you could drink," and all the other ones were like, "Oh, I couldn't possibly," being the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants that they are, but me being half French Canadian and half Irish Canadian, of course, I had to keep Canada's honor going. But I drank so much last night. That wasn't too bad, like a little bit. At one point I did get up to go to the bathroom, and I laid down on the tile floor for a second, and then I was fine and got up and went back to bed. But other than that, I've just been taking it easy, took a bath, drank a lot of water already, just having my cup of coffee in the morning, and then I'm going to go down and hit the buffet and maybe actually use the pool or the ocean. I still kind of want to go to that little town and explore. Um, but you need to take a water taxi there and back and stuff, so it's like, and I don't know what else over there, so. At this point, the shoes that I'm borrowing, I think I'm gonna, none of the shops around here, sell the shoes, I don't think, so I'll have to just give these to, Mark and Rhonda, and then have them give them back to, Jose, so John's parents give them to, Fernanda's parents, so, because he lent me sandals because mine, the salt water made the glue on mine dissolve, so my sandals are on the verge of just completely falling apart. I think they can still be repaired, but I don't want to keep wearing them. And also, they're like weird because the foot pads or whatever sank into the soles a little bit and feel weird and everything, and so they're pretty fragile now. And also they're kind of feel weird now because they're all wavy or whatever. So there's a shoe repair place in town in Belleville where I live, so I'll have to get that taken care of. But yeah, just look at this view, see the boats and everything. Hopefully, I can't see what the viewfinder or anything, so I'm just pointing this, but hopefully you can see it. But yeah, so just gonna have an easy day. Some of the crew that I've been hanging out with since I got to the resort, I think we're leaving today, which was muy loco. Like literally the day after the wedding, it's like, I mean, I had an issue with work where I wanted to get the first off but couldn't, but come on, I'm sure they, anyway. So, but yeah, just gonna take it easy today, and then tomorrow morning, I have to get to the airport. I think actually some of the ones that I've been hanging out with are taking the same flight as me, so going to Mexico City and then hanging out at the little capsule hotel there, and then on the 28th, fly back to Toronto. Supposed to land at 10 to midnight, and then who knows what time I get out of customs and everything. I remember when I came back from Europe, it's very slow, but maybe a later flight like that will be less crowded or whatever. But yeah, then I have to go through customs, then I have to get my car from the park and fly, drive back to Belleville, which is about 2 hours, although it's probably going to be less because there's not going to be any traffic, so maybe an hour and a half. Hour and 15 if it's really dead and the roads are clear and everything and I can gun it a little bit. But then I have to get to bed, and then I have to be at work for 9. I was supposed to work at 6 originally. My boss at least switched it to a 9 a.m. Switched me with another guy that was working 9 to 5 that day. So I'd work the 9 to 5 and he'd work the 6 till 6, but they would not budge on giving me the first off. I even tried switching with somebody, and that guy would have gone into overtime pay, and so they couldn't swing me overtime, so I guess I gotta get home, try and get a couple hours of sleep, and then go straight into work, and then work for like 5 days or whatever it is, so mostly 12-hour shifts, so it should be, I will be exhausted, but you know, you do what you can, so anyway. Yeah, I will catch you guys later, and I will see you on the next one. I've got a couple more of these coming down the pipeline. I've got, gonna show off the capsule hotel, because the pictures look pretty neat and stuff, and then, yeah, so it's coming to an end, sadly, but this has been a hoot and a half, as they say, you know. This trip has been a lot of fun, and really enjoyed doing it. I have a feeling these are a lot more boring when it's just me filming, but I noticed my tone of voice changes. I don't want to be too loud and crazy, though, because I don't want to disturb the other guests. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. And sadly, this series will be coming to an end, but who knows? I plan on doing more traveling in the near future now. So yeah, I think my next one might be Washington D.C. I don't know, but we'll see. Because that's within driving distance, and I know a person I might be able to stay with and have as tour guide and so on. So, but that won't be until the summer. But it'll be crazy to go back to here where it was so cold that my mom and my aunt and uncle and them had to go into my apartment. I was told one of the messages and turn my taps on so my pipes didn't freeze. And there was a snowstorm that made it so that not all the guests could arrive because of their flights being canceled and stuff. So I got to go back to that. I was kind of hoping that if there was an issue, they would land in Dallas, Texas, so I could visit my friend. But she doesn't have a car anymore because she was in a bad accident, sadly. So it probably wouldn't have worked out anyway. I'd have to go to her. But yeah. Anyway, and also she's really sore. Has a lot of bruising and stuff. So yeah, probably not the best. And the plane doesn't also go anywhere near there. I saw the flight path, so. But yeah, anyway, take care. See you guys later. Bye.